You guys have to hear this.
I also make these bags for people that...
So introduce yourself.
Oh, hi. My name is Timothy Kirshtner, and I am the CEO of Clear Waterways organization. I go up and down the state to be able to clean up turnouts and truck stops on the small highways, not the main freeways. But I clean up every little drainage ditch, and I clean up in industrial areas and city streets to prevent the trash from going down to the ocean in the first place. I clean up drains. And there's a lot of plastic trash, there's a lot of cigarette butts. So I'm cleaning the whole rock property. Like every 2 to 3 weeks I come here and I buff this whole place out. And in 2 to 3 weeks I get a whole entire bag full of little tiny cigarette butts and stuff. So I've just started on like 10 feet of the lot, and I've gotten that much so far. But anyway, there's a lot of different places. So I stop from place to place to place, and I try to educate drivers on the way in Spanish and English to secure their load in their truck, because I believe a lot of trash is blowing out of trucks. And then a lot of people litter or leave their trash thoughtlessly, and they should carry a bag in their car and make it to that next trash can. And so I try to promote proper disposal. And then what I've done to help educate smokers and diffuse any anger with asking them not to litter is to give them one of these. It's a tin. It has so my motto is, where we live is not a landfill. And so basically I'm trying to tell smokers not to litter. I mean, you got a smoker smoking a pack a day times 1 million people. That's a lot of cigarette butts. So these, you know, they're just like a little Altoids tin. And I produce them with leather that was given to me from scrap that was going to be thrown away. And then I also make bags for people that donate. This would be a $30 donation for a bag, but they're made out of sailcloth.
Those are so cool.
Yeah, well, they're made out of sunbrella, sailcloth, or this is made out of repurposed material, and it's fire branded on leather. I have fire branders, and I brand this used leather. And so everything was going to be thrown away here. All the handles are handmade.
All recycled materials.
I make larger ones, which are
like beach bags.
Well, that one's really beat up. It's that size. But this is another.
This one here.
Yeah, this is another one of my cleanup bags. When it's new, but this has been dragged around California and cleaned up. You can see I have some little bits of trash from Carpinteria from a little parking lot in there right now that I hadn't gotten to a trash can. So
how far down the coast do you go from here?
I basically go from Port Hueneme to the Sonoma coast.
Wow. And
so basically where you're driving by in your car, you don't see the trash. Caltrans cleans just a couple feet to the side of the freeway, just from what you can see, but where it drops off into drains and little ditches, the trash is down there, and then when it rains, then it's finally flushing into the creek or out at sea, and it could get
killing our animals.
It could get very frustrating when the trash gets stuck in the plants, and it can be really hard to get out. Luckily, I'm not allergic to poison oak anymore, because I had a job where I got infused with poison oak oils about 20 years ago, and I never got poison oak again. So I can go in and I can get the trash, but. So to protect the visual quality of the environment, and also to help to protect wildlife, and I'm also very interested in spreading the word to have people be more responsible for the trash disposal. So it'd be nice if everybody could start carrying a bag in their car.
I have one.
And so when you open up your car door, trash doesn't fall out. I think maybe a lot of people are just innocent of their littering problem.
You're very kind. I think a lot of people are very ignorant.
Well, maybe, yeah. I just
but you're very kind.
Give people
your
the benefit
approach is
of the
very
doubt.
nice.
I want to not be aggressive. So when I see a smoker, I hand them a tin, and that makes them feel they're not threatened by aggression.
Yeah.
So.
What a good idea! Thank you.
Yeah. So it helps.
I'd go up and take the cigarette butt out of their mouth.
Yeah, I know. I just think I get a better reaction, and
you're doing it the right way.
I think people get very aggressive in the past when I had just simply asked them not to litter their cigarette butt.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the numbers.
No, you're just looking at this planet and trying to save it and make it. It looks beautiful like this. If anybody knew how much crap was underneath there, they'd be horrified.
Yeah. So. I distribute these basically to bars and to liquor stores and to smokers.
How much are they?
When I see them, they're free.
Okay.
But
if somebody wants to order at
if somebody wants to help, so I can purchase more of these and distribute more of them, then you can donate to clearwaterways.org.
Okay.
It's a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Okay.
And so I am sending a 100 pack to to a woman in Maui who is sick of this and tired of seeing the cigarette butts and wants to go up to each and every smoker and hand them a
She's me. She's going to be up going, here, this is my gift for you before I knock you in the face.
Well, yeah, I mean, she feels that way, but she also
I know, we can't do it that way.
She gets to the point that people, when they're threatened, they can react. They can react with
well, they're not going to listen. They're going to be more ignorant.
Well, they get very angry.
Yeah. Tell them what happened to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was down in Port Hueneme. I was having lunch with my son and my mother, and two guys were smoking cigarettes, waiting for their food outside, and they flicked their cigarette butts in the lot. So I went outside. I was like, "Hey guys, please don't litter your cigarette butt." And they rushed me, and violently, and it was, like, told me, "You can't tell me what to do," and like everything like that. So they responded with violence. And so I was holding the door. So
and you had your son with you and your mom.
I told my mom and my son to go to the back because I felt like these guys were gonna hurt anybody. So basically we didn't have time to call the police or anything. I did eventually call the police on them, and they ended up taking off. But they ripped the door off the restaurant, and then the cook comes out with a meat cleaver to defend all of us.
Oh my goodness!
So that's the last time I'll ever ask somebody to not litter their cigarette butt. I think people want to be left alone. I think probably the best thing you could do when somebody litters is pick it up for them so they see you pick it up. And you can't really say anything because people can be dangerous.
I love that. I love that. Because lead by example.
Well,
I love that.
People can be dangerous.
Yeah.
And you don't know what somebody's going through. So the best philosophy to prevent any sort of violence is to just pick it up. The education has to come out in a non-combative way. That's really good. There's not a lot of education out there, and I really would like to see billboards up and down California. Stop advertising McDonald's.
Yes, no kidding.
And maybe have a billboard next to it saying, "Please secure your truckload so truck doesn't blow out of so trash doesn't blow out of your pickup truck."
Yep.
Because again,
like a yoga mat.
Again, there is a problem with blowing out of vehicles. And
I will tell you, on the way up here, on my truck, I've got that. I had a big box and we secured it down. I had a yoga mat underneath it.
Yeah.
And we had the winch ties on it. And I've just started feeling uncomfortable. And I looked in my rear view and my yoga mat blew off the top. And it went on the freeway, and I'm just like, there was like 700 cars underneath, but it's true. Even so like you said, sometimes people don't mean to.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to, but there's a lot of people who are really ignorant and don't care.
There's a lot of people that leave their trash in a parking lot or the curb.
And I see people throw their Coke cans and their beer cans in the back of their truck, and when they drive, it blows right out of the back.
It's mostly the little things that people litter, like
gum wrappers,
bottle caps, and cigarette butts are the number one thing I pick up. Straws sometimes. Straws are nothing in comparison to bottle caps and cigarette butts. So if you think about it, cigarette butts are tiny little straws.
So tell them, if they throw this on the ground, what happens to it?
It rusts, and this leather is recycled and natural, and there isn't any plastic in its production. So this will rust out, and if it ends up on the ground, it's not plastic, so it won't harm anything.
Show them your vehicle here. You've got everything on here.
Well, this is my cleanup vehicle.
We don't want this one dirty.
I rake out the turnouts, then I use my vacuum cleaner so I can do the work of hundreds. So this is a trash vacuum cleaner. It's
like a gator vac?
It's a suction tube.
Okay.
And it's rechargeable. I use my motorcycle to charge it. So between turnouts, I got a full charge again. And then I can go ahead and clean all the turnouts.
Trashman Tim. Trashman Tim. You need a
Oh, that's called the Frog. My motorcycle's called the Frog.
Frogs are about abundance, which you're going to get because of this to help your organization. They're also about, you know what they're also talking about? Releasing baggage. So you're cleaning, this is about clearing emotional baggage. So you're clearing actual other people's garbage.
Thanks to the lady that sold me this motorcycle. She said, do not change the name of it. It's called the Frog.
The Frog, alrighty.
And
And so you're a paddleboarder?
No,
is that a surfboard?
This is my recycled surfboard that still works, and I don't care about looks, I care about function.
Yeah.
And I ride the hell out of this. I've been surfing for 33 years now. And so I can surf a door if I wanted to.
You got a lot of cleanup stuff here.
Yeah, there's
rakes. You got your
extra tall picker for high curves.
Yeah.
And then I have bags to put it in along there. But all these saddlebags were sewn by me. And I have other saddlebags, so I can carry a lot more because I have to carry all.
And tell them how do you live? You have how many jobs?
I have 2 jobs: commercial fisherman and sail maker. I usually carry a sewing machine on here because I not only
You have 3 jobs.
I know, yeah.
And this
3
is
jobs.
this takes
This
a
is
lot
my
of your time.
nonprofit, but to be able to fund all this, I
have
do
2
get some
jobs.
donations, but for the most part, I have to fund myself. So I am a salmon fisherman, sustainable salmon fisherman, one fish at a time, barbless hooks in Northern California. And then I have this nonprofit organization that I give most of my time to. And I would like to not have to be anything else but Clear Waterways organization.
Yeah. Be
anymore.
funded by a beautiful benevolent benefactor is what you need.
Yeah, and I make cleanup kits. They look like
I want
new.
the money to fund
They're
him.
made out of sailcloth. But
Okay.
I buy pickers, inexpensive pickers, and they work
I
well.
like that.
And I.
So how much is this bag if they want to, how do they get this bag? Because this is by donation.
Yeah.
How much again?
This is a $60 donation.
$60 donation.
For a sailcloth bag.
Okay.
And you can have a picker too, so you can become a volunteer. So I don't have to have the high cost of liability insurance to have a volunteer that wants to clean up on their own. Mm-hmm. And you can carry one in your car, and you can help clean up your town or your city block.
I have a
or your
canoe
beach.
on the lake where I live, and every time I go out, I
Yeah.
clean up all the stuff in the bay.
And
It's a really good idea.
there-
Hikers and walkers need a
Yeah.
bag like this to take with them. Take it empty, and then you come back with a little bit of weight, and you clean it up.
I appreciate any more than $60, or this one's $30.
Yeah, because you got to cover the cost of it all, plus
there's-
put it towards your
there is
organization.
shipping, so it is a
Yeah.
suggested donation. So if you were interested in cleaning up the environment, I'm more interested in making cleanup kits for people who are interested in cleaning up on their own time.
Yeah.
They carry one in their car. When they go visit anywhere they love, they clean up on their own.
Yeah.
And then I have volunteers. A lot of the places are too dangerous. That's why everybody cleans flat beaches without any obstructions. Everybody
Yeah.
cleans beaches. But I'm talking about when you go to places around harbors and you see all the fishing line and fishing packages and trash that blows,
Oh, God, yeah.
and trash cans that are overflowing in cities. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't rely on the government to
No.
provide a service and clean up consistently. So I think the public has to take it into their own hands. It's your community.
Yep.
You
It's our
can-
planet.
Yeah, and you can, then when you're cleaning up, people see you do it.
Yep.
And it starts to spread.
Yep.
And when you see people litter, don't confront them because they can get violent. You never know what people are going to do these days.
I have a basket on my beach cruiser. I don't know if
Yeah.
you saw it by my car, but when I go,
Yeah.
I always have a plastic bag and I clean up. And it's in I have it in my, that's why I have my basket to carry all my stuff. So I was going to ride my bike into town, and I will be extra observant to see what I see along the way. And I will absolutely be doing that because I'm
Yeah.
very cognizant of that.
Well,
very
I was
aware
at
of
the
that.
lot cleaning up 2 weeks ago, and a man came over and gave me $30.
Nice.
So I asked him if he wanted a bag, and so I'm here to bring it to him or mail it to him to his house in Morro Bay.
Nice.
And so this one was dedicated to that man that donated right on the spot to me.
Do you take checks?
I can, to Clear Waterways Organization Incorporated.
Because I would like to give you a donation.
Okay.
And my check is good. I mean,
Okay.
I would like to do that. Is there
Okay.
anything else you would like to say before I run back to get my checkbook?
I just appreciate meeting you.
Let's tell them how we met.
Okay. All right. I appreciate meeting this woman, and she had been looking at 3 ospreys in the sky that were all fishing at this tide at this moment. All the food was there for them, and we were just there to see them at that moment, and it was so amazing seeing.
So the universe
3
set it up so that I
ospreys
would
together,
meet,
and
3 of
so
them.
she's very very connected to the osprey, and you can see a lot of them right up there.
Actually, these ones are the vultures over
those
here.
are the
The
vultures?
osprey are in the rocks in here. I haven't.
Oh,
I think
cool.
they've gone to eat their lunch because I haven't seen
Cool.
them now.
Yeah.
But this morning I videotaped one. Everybody knows because I already put up a video.
Yeah.
But to see 3 of them
Yeah.
meant, and I tried to tell them 3
Yeah.
means the Ascended Masters are
Okay.
helping you. And the reason I'm telling you this is what you're doing is helping this planet.
Yeah, yeah.
So the Ascended Masters are anyone that you consider an Ascended Master. Your grandfather, your
Yeah.
uncle, whoever it is in spirit that's on your
Yeah.
spiritual team.
Yeah.
Archangel Michael, who is the one
Okay.
who can be with everyone at the same time. I don't know what your religious beliefs are. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
The point is, you are being helped as well.
Okay.
So that's why they
Yeah.
introduced us, so that so many people could see this, so
Okay.
that you will get notified. So show
So
them again.
okay, so if you want to help donate by donating to clearwaterways.org and see what I do on Facebook, my name is Timothy Kirshtner, KIRSHTNER, and also Clear Waterways on Facebook to see what I'm doing currently. And you can read in the article section on clearwaterways.org about the history, about how I started when I was 10 years old at Beach Doctor Beach Cleaning Service in Santa Barbara. And then when I was able to drive, I started cleaning from Ventura to Gaviota. And
Your parents must be so proud of you.
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
They are. So I wanted to say that the money's going towards the cleanup, and then it's going towards producing these tins and distributing these tins. That cost me $1 a piece.
Yeah.
And then also to make bags for people who donate.
Yeah.
And also to if they want a grocery bag. But if they feel like they want to clean up the environment, which I would really like to find more.
It would just be nice for people to have one in their car,
Yeah.
so that they don't want to take somebody else's dirty trash. So what they should have is a pair of gloves, so that if they don't want to touch garbage.
Yeah.
And I would just pick it up,
Well,
and then have it in their vehicle for that reason.
These are special handmade bags made out of fabric that was going to be thrown away.
Yeah.
So I have a limited supply of fabric. I could probably make a couple thousand more bags out of sailcloth or
So
Sunbrella.
could people donate supplies for you as well?
If anybody has,
If they want to mail it to you?
if anybody has any sort of marine fabrics, marine grade, or cotton or any.
Like this is oilcloth, right?
This right here is called Dacron.
Dacron, okay.
Sailcloth. So this bag is going to last for the rest of my life. It's never going to tear out.
And then little pieces of leather. You look at the size of the leather.
Yeah,
that he
these are.
uses.
Yeah, see the
right?
the leather was just scrap, and this is an abstract bag that I just used the scrap from like how it was and basically sewed it on. And
I like it like that.
And
there's his logo.
yeah, well this one's better. See, there's my logo right here.
That just shows how much work he's done.
Yeah.
Right? This is new, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Does he know that you're bringing this?
Or
is it a surprise?
Not yet. I have to head to the post office before I head up the one to go clean up turnout after turnout, and also any drainage ditch I see. And I rake out the edge of the coast with all the cigarette butts and all the people leave toilet paper and Kleenexes and wipes and bottle caps, and so I rake it out into a line, and then I get the whole thing in 10 minutes, or a city block in 10 minutes. So I'm doing the work of hundreds.
God.
The trash section tube has made it possible to
Tell
clean.
them about this again.
Right here, these signs, I'm educating in Spanish and English to tell people to secure their trash in their vehicle and do not litter, in Spanish and English here. And I have other signs in Chinese, Spanish, and English, which are being remade. I have to build them and put them on sawhorses because I used to attach them, handmade signs, but I'm having new signs, which also helps to get donations for the signs, because I will set them up on the roadside in a parking lot to let people know cleanup is being provided by Clear Waterways organization, and I can ask people to not litter. I was thinking of coming to the Morro Rock and just setting up my table where every car comes in.
I like that idea because you got a lot of people coming.
And because they don't know where the trash cans are.
Yeah.
I know it's better that the city took the trash cans out because the trash cans overflowed because people were emptying all their cars.
They took them out, so where are they supposed to put their garbage?
They have secured trash cans that
Oh my gosh.
wind and animals and birds can't get into.
Okay.
So it's very responsible. Very responsible.
Except for people that are lazy aren't going to bother to go all the way over there.
Actually, they weren't just lazy. They just didn't know where the trash cans were.
Yeah.
So they have.
He's so nice
they have
about
very,
everybody.
very small signs over here. See
Yeah.
on the back of the bench
Yes.
that ask you to pack your trash and to dispose of your trash properly by the trash cans. But I was just gonna come and sit with a table at the entrance underneath an umbrella with an arrow saying trash cans over there, and please keep the rock clean. Be responsible for your garbage. And,
Yes.
And I was gonna spend a whole day instead of cleaning, just having every driver.
Well, I was thinking in my head,
comes in here.
you should have those things set up, and then I thought, well, you said that you didn't want to waste your time because you're working, but yeah, for one full day, that would be for advertisement. He's listening, that's why I asked.
Well, it's not
again.
for advertising so much as to inform.
Well, to let them know where it's at.
Is to inform everybody to not litter, and the trash cans are over there because they have no idea where the trash cans are.
Yeah.
And so I think it's smart to take the trash cans away. Who likes smelly trash cans that overflow that won't be emptied consistently by a city or county?
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting philosophy that they took the trash cans out, and in fact I see less garbage now because they used to overflow, and then the trash used to blow everywhere in the wind, and then animals used to go and they used to pick it apart and shred it.
Yeah.
And so now you can only get your hand in there to dispose
Drop
of
it.
of your
I'll tell
trash.
you, I'm
Yeah.
Canadian. I'm from North Vancouver, British
Yeah.
Columbia, but I lived
Yeah.
in Victoria.
Okay.
I talk about it all the time, how it's one of the cleanest cities I've ever been to,
Yeah.
because they live on their tourism, and they
Yeah.
have festivals like Canada Day.
Yeah.
Everyone on the entire island, people from the mainland come
Yeah,
for
yeah.
these concerts, and there was a garbage strike. Everybody, even with the garbage strike, they were consistently very, very consciously aware of putting the garbage away.
Mm-hmm.
And I moved to back to California, and I'm just like, God, I miss that
Yeah.
environmentally aware of how
Yeah.
important it is to take care of our own stuff. It's not like, and you're taking care of everybody else's stuff.
You know what I think? You know what I think the main thing is? People are thinking of themselves. When they litter a bottle cap or a cigarette butt, they're thinking it won't matter because they're not thinking about the millions.
Everyone else is doing it. Yeah.
They're doing it also.
And if
So
you do it, the kids watching you, and they're like, oh, he's doing it.
and it becomes a huge problem.
Yeah.
And so, what I've been doing has lasted in a lot of places. This is one very popular place that gets littered repeatedly, and so I think I could spend my time with that new sign I'm going to make.
Yeah.
With donations to Clear Waterways, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sit over there at the entrance to the lot where every single car can see me.
Yeah.
And
Good
then,
job.
And then I possibly could influence people. Not, you can't change people, but you can influence people. So,
I like the idea how you said, if you see somebody sitting in a car and they drop their cigarette butt, instead of saying anything, just walk over there, pick it up, put it in your garbage.
So yeah,
and let them know.
Cigarette butt tin. There's another cigarette butt. So for example, they're done, and the good thing about it, their clothes won't smell. Fits in your pocket.
Yeah.
Car won't smell either. I think a lot of people are like, what do I do with it? It's
Yeah.
stinky. I don't want it in my car.
I don't want it in my car, but I want it in my planet.
And
Jeez.
a lot of smokers put it in their pocket because there are cigarette smokers
Wow.
that don't litter, and then their clothes stink. And I'm like,
I
okay,
think there's another one over by the rock.
yeah, I know. It's
It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's all.
I don't know. It might be just a rock I'm
No,
seeing.
it's a leaf.
Oh, okay, good.
Anyway, I got this whole section, and I'm gonna get to work. But
Yes, very good. Thank you very much. I'm going to make sure this is recording this time.
yeah, thank you so much for spending the time
Yes.
and helping spread the word about Clear Waterways. And so nice to meet you and see those birds with you.
Yeah, that was very
That was
cool.
magical.
That was
Okay.
that was magic.
Yep.
Have a great day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.